throughout our life, we are being told that the soul is something that cannot be broken. The soul is the one true characteristic that separates a human from an animal. The soul is you. You're not the body, you're not the mind, you are the soul, aren't you? Then how is it possible that a soul can be fragmented enough that a soul retrieval is necessary? What happens when a soul actually breaks apart? And what if the broken part of the soul suddenly decides to take a different identity? In this particular video, I am going to be teaching you what happens if a soul becomes fragmented. So, hello everybody. My name is Morpheus Darkson. I am a witch based in India. And before we get started, I just want to plug in my Patreon, in which I am going to be posting out a one-to-one course on how to create talismans in order to benefit your magical workings, in order to create passive magic that will basically boost up all your manifestations 10 times. And I'm going to be performing the rite of psychic invigoration this month on the 21st because of Ostara. I'm going to be offering it for all my patrons. So instead of a traditional Ostara ritual, I'm going to be creating a proper invigoration ritual for the new year. And so anyone who seeks to get the ritual done on them can get my Patreon before that date. You can get the tier 3, which is $28. And if you count down, then it is very less compared to the value that you're getting, as I perform a ritual each month to cleanse the psychic energies of the body and the soul and to reinvigorate them to get a better life for the upcoming month. So it's like a monthly recharge. So you get a cleansing. And this month is going to be very intense because of the energies of Ostara and the new year for the witch. So let's just get started on the topic of soul fragmentation, man. So what is a soul? Can you tell me? A lot of people would classify the soul as a sort of memory, a sort of essence that makes a human human. But if you ask me, the soul refers to the essence of human, the essence of the core of a person. The soul is just the energy that came down from the absolute being onto humans. And every human has a different representation of the soul. And that representation is what I call the spirit. The spirit is the ego, the personality, what is being created after the soul is manifested in the human body. Our experiences, our attributes, our past lives, all of them attribute to the creation of the spirit. And when the soul breaks apart, when the soul gets fragmented due to trauma and suffering or due to painful margin, what happens is that the spirit also gets fragmented. And the fragmented spirit can be of any sort. It can be a powerful warrior aspect, it can be a childlike aspect. All of these aspects separate from the core spirit because the trauma is so intense, the trauma is so painful that it causes any sort of problem into their very existence. They cannot just exist with the core spirit because this trauma that has fragmented them is still present. So if the fragmented part has a different goal, if the fragmented part has a different idea, then the part will separate itself and after a certain point can become a parasitic entity that feeds off the soul of the magician. Think about it. A fragmented soul that has been separated from you is feeding off of you to sustain its existence. Why does it do that? If you just think about it, it's not something that is problematic to you because why would a part of your soul separate itself from you? It is because your soul is fragmented already. Your soul is suffering from the trauma, and instead of letting go, instead of the death card and the fool, the rebirth, you're still stuck in the same cycle. You have the Three of Swords, but you're still stuck. You have the Two of Wands, but you are in a reverse position. You're still just stagnant. And that's when your soul separates and creates a different entity for itself. It becomes an egregore and starts feeding off of you. So a lot of the astral parasites that a person creates is from this particular process where the trauma, the suffering fragment the soul, and those fragmented parts becomes parasitic entities that seek to devour the magician. And it is one of the reasons why it is very hard to remove parasitic entities certain times because they are from the magician itself. The only way, I'm going to be honest, the only way to remove this is to heal the trauma or to bind the spirit and to integrate the spirit back into you. The second part is harder because you have to figure out and you have to let go of the ego that there's something wrong with you. And when that happens, it is much easier to integrate the spirit anyways. I have been doing the second part and it has been easier for me recently. My spirit has been fragmented and that fragmented part is a bit personal, but after I started integrating and binding it to me, I lost all the problems that I was having for 2 years. And now I am on a much better trajectory, getting up and ahead from what I was previously. So, if that is possible, then what are actual baneful spirits? Well, there are baneful spirits who seek to bind you, seek to curse you, yada, yada, yada. A part of your spirit that is separated is still connected to you. So, it is harder to remove it because imagine a rubber band, right? Or have something. So imagine this part is your soul, and this part is a fragmented part, which is the spirit that has separated itself. So despite the fact that they're still separated, there is a sort of connection. This connection cannot be broken, and you must pull very hard to break it. See, I'm pulling it very hard, but it's still not breaking. So this is how your magic is like. You're banishing it. You try to banish the parasite. It's like going, but then it starts coming back because it's still connected to you. So the best way to deal with this is to start integrating, and then at a point, they are one again. Your soul becomes part with the entire oversoul that you have. I can assure you this information is so unique that I don't believe anyone else has ever said it. And I recently figured it out myself. And the moment I did, I was like, fuck, I need to make a YouTube video about it as soon as possible because I know that my audience is going to resonate and they're going to find it. So yeah, if you like this video, then hit the like button, subscribe button, whatever you want to wish. I will see you in my next video. If you liked it, then I would appreciate a subscribe and a like. And if you want to connect with me, learn more from me, and if you want to join the ritual for the Ostara New Year, then you can click the first link at the description below and join my Patreon, in which I provide you with the keys of a process. So I will see you in my next video, guys. Goodbye. Have a great day and take care.